It's loading now, Steve.
Okay.
But that was just about the future, though, we have to change for it.
You are live on YouTube.
Great. Good afternoon and welcome to the Henrietta Town Board organizational meeting for Tuesday, January 3rd, 2023. I'd like to call the meeting to order. Please call the roll.
Councilmember Safranek,
Here.
Councilmember Bolsner,
Here.
Councilmember Page, Councilmember Belanca,
Here.
Supervisor Schultz.
Here. We'll begin the meeting with a silent prayer followed by the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So as this is an organizational meeting, we're not going to do the minutes or any special use permits. We're going to jump straight to our resolutions. We are going to do something slightly different this year. We've grouped like resolutions together with the intention to pass them, a motion to pass multiple resolutions at once. If there are any questions or concerns regarding any of the resolutions, we can have that discussion, and if need be, we can pull it out of the approval motion and deal with it separately. With that said, can I get my first motion?
Mr. Supervisor, fellow town board members, I'd like to make motion 1 to approve resolution numbers 1-1 through 1-4 of 2023 to engage or appoint attorneys for the town.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Councilmember Safranek,
Aye.
Councilmember Bolsner,
Aye.
Councilmember Page,
Aye.
Councilmember Belanca,
Aye.
Supervisor Schultz.
Aye.
Mr. Supervisor, I have resolution, motion number 2 to approve resolutions 1-5 through 1-6 of 2023 to authorize interfund and purchase limits.
Second. Any discussion? The amounts haven't changed from previous years. Hearing none, please call the roll.
Councilmember Safranek,
Aye.
Councilmember Bolsner,
Aye.
Councilmember Page,
Aye.
Councilmember Belanca, Supervisor Schultz.
Aye. Fellow board members, I have motion number 3 to approve resolutions 1-7 and 1-8 of 2023 to adopt town board rules and points of order.
Second.
Any further comments on the modifications to the points of order?
I think that there are good modifications that'll help to clarify when necessary.
Great. The town board rules barely changed. It was just in.
Those
Yeah.
committees, yes.
Yep. Any further discussion? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Councilmember Safranek,
Aye.
Councilmember Bolsner,
Aye.
Councilmember Page,
Aye.
Councilmember Belanca,
Aye.
Supervisor Schultz.
Aye.
Supervisor Schultz and fellow board members, I have motion 4 to approve resolutions number 1-9 and 1-10 of 2023 to establish town business hours and recreation center policies.
Seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Councilmember Safranek,
Aye.
Councilmember Bolsner,
Aye.
Councilmember Page,
Aye.
Councilmember Belanca.
Aye.
Supervisor Schultz.
Aye.
Mr. Supervisor and fellow board members, I have motion number 5 to approve resolution numbers 1-11 through 1-20 of 2023 to appoint or reappoint board members and to appoint chairpersons and liaisons for the boards, commissions, and committees.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Councilmember Safranik,
Aye.
Councilmember Bolsner,
Aye.
Councilmember Page,
Aye.
Councilmember Belanca,
Aye.
Supervisor Schultz.
Aye.
Mr. Supervisor, fellow town board members, I have motion 6 to approve resolution numbers 121 through 124 of 2023 to establish a commercial crime package, appoint an insurance broker, and authorize workers' compensation agreements.
Second.
So I will just note that we saved the town a significant chunk of change, switching who our current workers' comp is. You'll notice there's a thing in there to become a self-insurer. The town's actually self-insured already. It's just an agreement we have to sign for this new workers' comp company or insurer. So basically if you remember, each year we authorize our insurance broker, and they came back with the two plans. And like I said, whereas we've had NYMER for years, this other company has been much more aggressive in the rates. We'll see how it goes.
Were the deductibles similar?
Yeah. Again, that gets back to some of that self-insured.
Okay.
but- And just in terms of the two plans, Linda, do you remember?
So this is workers' comp. There is no deductible?
Right. But in terms of what the savings were roughly?
Just shy of 20,000.
Yeah, so it's a good savings for the town, so.
Yes.
And like I said, we like NYMER. We've liked working with them. Maybe it'll be a wake-up call and they'll get more aggressive in their pricing if they want to come back. Any further discussion? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Councilmember Safranik,
Aye.
Councilmember Bolsner, Councilmember Page,
Aye.
Councilmember Belanca,
Aye.
Supervisor Schultz.
Aye.
Mr. Supervisor and fellow board members, I have motion 7 to approve resolution numbers 1 through 25, 1-25 through 1-27 of 2023 to adopt a guide and hiring procedures for department heads and appointed board members and approve training.
Second. Any discussions? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Councilmember Safranik,
Aye.
Councilmember Bolsner,
Aye.
Councilmember Page,
Aye.
Councilmember Belanca,
Aye.
Supervisor Schultz.
Aye. Fellow board members, I have motion number 8 to approve resolutions 128 through 130 of 2023 to designate official newspapers and banks, including authorizing a bank to receive taxes on behalf of the town.
Seconded.
So I'll note, we just added a new newspaper, the Sentinel, which is a small town paper covering Ogden, no, maybe not, Mendon, Rush, I don't remember which towns it covers. I know Mendon's one of them. I think Pittsford, I'm not positive. They might be this southern one, but anyway, they just expanded into Henrietta. So I just had my first call with them on Fridays. They basically get an update of the towns. But they're gonna start to reach out for, local interest stories. So if you guys know something that should be highlighted, let me know. I'll put you in touch with the Sentinel. We can start to see some there. So we added that as an additional official newspaper. So it's a way we can get news out of hearings and such, legal notices.
And I believe we're continuing to use E-code 360 to notify people who maybe don't use print anymore.
Correct. Yeah, that hasn't changed. This is just that we have to legally,
Yes.
I think some of their rules need updating for the modern times.
Right.
But for now, we have to still legally publish.
Right.
To a print. Yeah.
Be official for compliance.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Councilmember Safranic,
Aye.
Councilmember Bolsner,
Aye.
Councilmember Page,
Aye.
Councilmember Blanca,
Aye.
Supervisor Schultz.
Aye.
Supervisor Schultz and fellow board members, I have motion number 9 to approve resolutions numbers 1-31 through 1-39 of 2023 to make personnel changes and to adopt salary schedules, financial policies, mileage rates, and payments approved prior to audit.
Seconded.
Linda, did the IRS ever publish the updated rate? Or are we using the last rate from July?
No, it was published. Now you're gonna ask me what that was. I think it was 65.5, but don't hold me to that. I'll confirm it.
But so it was published this January.
Yes, you have the published rate. It came out on Friday, the 30th.
Oh, Friday the 30th. Okay. Last I checked, I hadn't seen the IRS publishing it, but I also had
Yes.
right at 5 on Friday, so. Okay, thank you. Any other questions? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Councilmember Safranic,
Aye.
Councilmember Bolsner,
Aye.
Councilmember Page,
Aye.
Councilmember Blanca.
Aye.
Supervisor Schultz.
Aye.
Mr. Supervisor and fellow board members, I have motion number 10 to approve resolutions 1-40 and 1-41 of 2023 and to call for inventories and adopt records management policies.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Councilmember Safranic,
Aye.
Councilmember Bolsner,
Aye.
Councilmember Page,
Aye.
Councilmember Blanca,
Aye.
Supervisor Schultz.
Aye.
Mr. Supervisor, fellow town board members, I have motion 11 to approve resolution numbers 1-42 through 1-48 of 2023 to authorize professional service providers for the town.
Second.
Let's see. Okay, so we do have the bird song is
For landscaping, that is,
Noreen.
Maureen Reardon,
Okay.
correct. She is fairly new. This is the first year that we've used her, and she's done a really good job for us.
I just didn't recognize the landscape name, but I was pretty sure it was Noreen, so. And then we've got our 2 observation, yep. Okay. Any other questions regarding the professional service providers?
Were they bid or just a continuation of?
No, for engineering services, we don't have to bid them out. The consultants that we've been using we've been using them probably for the last
Okay.
5-10 years at least, for some of them.
So if we, so like we have 2 different observation services, we have, occasionally if we feel that the pricing is, if they're not staying competitive, then that's typically when we'll go out, and we won't go out to bid as much as ask for quotes from another service.
Yeah, and a lot of these also are pass-throughs. So once we get the invoice, we pass them on to the developer or the applicant.
Any other questions? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Councilmember Safranic,
Aye.
Councilmember Bolsner,
Aye.
Councilmember Page,
Aye.
Councilmember Blanca.
Aye.
Supervisor Schultz.
Aye. That concludes our resolutions, a little bit faster than my first year when we had to read.
Oh, my God.
We had to read in their entirety, all 48 of them.
Been through it.
Yeah.
2 hours.
Oh, yeah. Are there any discussion items from the public? If they are, they're ghosts. Do we have any committee or miscellaneous reports? Can I get a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Hearing no objections, meeting adjourned.
17 minutes.
Can't believe it.
Wow.
Okay, she'll make